Welcome to Cory's Stories. It's time to relax, my little friend. Time to sleep. Hello! Do you want your name in one of the bedtime stories that I make? If you do, and you want to be in a Tucker and Leo story or an Heidi, Cherry and Bea story, go to the links below. Go to the patron links and talk to your parents and see if you can join the cat club or the dog club. And I'll see you there. Enjoy your story, kiddos. Bye. Bye. Are you ready to meditate with Cory? Climb up into your bed and make sure that you're really comfortable. It's time to relax your body. It's time to settle down and stop whittling around. Try to be so still and quiet so that you can let go of your day and hopefully, eventually, you'll fall fast asleep as you listen to the story. Tucker and Leo were out trick-or-treating with some friends, River, Jessie, Annabelle, and Cora. They were walking down this particular road that had been known as the best place to go for Halloween. Some of Annabelle and Cora's friends had told them about it. They said that there was this one particular house that was super cool, and it had a giant skeleton in the front garden. You'll know it as soon as you see it. That's what they said. So, Tucker and Leo were going with the girls, and then River and Jessie. River said, "So, is there any other houses on this road that are really cool for Halloween, or is it just this one house?" Cora said, "It's just this one house, I think." "Well, there is other houses on this road, but they're not supposed to be as cool as this one house." Tucker said, I'm a little bit nervous, Leo. Are you nervous? I'm a bit nervous. I'm nervous about a skeleton. What is a skeleton anyway? Leo said, "I think it's like the bones inside of the bones of something. Like the bones. Like your bones." Tucker said, "Your bones? Is it a real skeleton? Annabelle, is it a real skeleton? Because if it's a real skeleton, then there's going to be a scary skeleton. And I don't think I want to see a scary skeleton. Do skeletons taste nice? Can I eat the skeleton? Can I lick the skeleton? Leo, can you eat skeletons?" Leo said, "Yeah, Tucker, we eat bones all the time. Mum buys us bones for a treat." "Those kind of bones? It's those kind of bones? Oh, I do like those kind of bones. Those are my favorite kind of bones. Is it the type of bones that have that stuff in the middle?" Annabelle said, "What stuff?" Leo said, "Oh, I think he's talking about the marrow bones that Mum gets us." "Yes, those marrow bones. Those marrow bones are the best." Jessie started laughing. "Marrow bones," he said, "not marrow. Marrow. And no, this skeleton is not like that. It's probably just made of plastic." "Oh, well, that's not very fun, is it? If it was a skeleton that was ginormous and super scary, but it was made of bones with marrow in it, then that would have been even better, wouldn't it, Leo? That would have meant that me and Leo would have had a really good Halloween as well, instead of just you guys with all that candy that we're not supposed to eat. But you know me, sometimes if you leave that candy out, then you're going to be in trouble, because I can't help myself when it comes to Halloween candy. I'm addicted to the love of Halloween candy." River said, "Tucker, you're not supposed to eat chocolate. It's really bad for you." Tucker said, "I know, but River, when you have a taste for the stuff, you can't help yourself. It's like catnip for cats. Catnip for cats. It drives them absolutely Fruit Loops. It drives them Fruit Looping. Yes, it does. And that's what Halloween chocolate does for me. Leo said, if I ate a tub of Halloween chocolate, I would have probably ended up in the ER. I would have had so many allergic reactions. They would have had to give me injections. They would have had to pump my stomach. It would have been awful. And he goes and eats a full pumpkin head of a Halloween chocolate, and not one single thing happens to him. It's like that all the time. I'm allergic to practically toilet roll. Yeah, one time, toilet roll got stuck on my paw and my paw flared up. I was allergic to the toilet roll. Jessie said, no. Leo said, yeah. Jessie said, no. Leo said, yeah, I was, Jessie. I was allergic to the toilet roll. It made my paw itch, and I was chewing on it for 2 days after. Tucker said, it's true. It's true. Oh my gosh, Leo is so sensitive. I think it's because he takes after Mummy, you know. Mummy is sensitive. Mummy gets allergic to all sorts of things. They say that your pets copy you, you know. Mummy is like Leo, and Leo is like Mummy. Mummy gets hives if she runs in the grass. Mummy gets sneezes if she gets in dusty places. Mummy's allergic to cats. Leo's not allergic to cats, but Leo's not so. Well, yeah, Leo doesn't really like, well, he's okay with Heidi, Cherry and Vaya, but not really any other cats, no. Mummy's allergic to pollen. Leo's allergic to pollen. Mummy's allergic to lots and lots and lots and lots of foods. Leo's allergic to lots and lots and lots and lots of foods. Whereas me, I'm like Daddy. Daddy's not allergic to anything. I'm not allergic to anything. Daddy can eat anything. I can eat anything. Daddy's not allergic. Daddy's not shy. Daddy's not introvert. I'm not shy. I'm not allergic. I'm not introvert. I'm extrovert. Daddy's extrovert. Jessie said, yeah, I think we get the message, Tucker. River said, but that's quite fascinating, you know, the fact that you kind of fall into the person that you love and you copy them like that. I'm not saying I love Daddy more than I love Mummy. I love my Mummy so much, but Mummy just happens to be more like Leo. Leo said, I think I love Mummy more than I love Daddy. I like Daddy, but I don't like him as much as I love Mummy. I love Mummy. See? Well, maybe there is something to it then. But, you know, that's not true about me and Mummy, because I love my Mummy. My Mummy's the bestest. She gives me all nice treats. She goes shopping for me. She takes care of me. She loves me. She loves me like she loves you, Leo said. Yeah, Mummy does love you. This whole time, they're walking towards the house with the big giant skeleton. The house with the big giant skeleton is no lie. It's the house with the big giant skeleton. The skeleton is taller, well, almost as tall as the 2-story house. It's absolutely ginormous. Jessie said, where do these people store this skeleton after Halloween? I wonder if they have to have like a storage unit just to put the skeleton in. There's no way that thing fits in their house. River said, good point. Cora said, I would love a skeleton like that in my garden. Look at it. The kids and Tucker and Leo were stood quite far back across the street from the house that was famous for the scary skeleton. It was absolutely enormous. There were tons and tons of kids heading towards that house. There was a line. There was a line towards that house. At the base of the skeleton, the owners had set up a candy table. And one of the owners was sat behind the candy table. He was dressed in like a white blanket with one of those Friday the 13th kind of scary masks on or something. It wasn't like the candy at this house was super special. It wasn't like, you know, they were playing awesome spooky music or anything. They weren't really doing anything. It was just the sheer enormity of the scary skeleton that made it so cool. Leo said, It would be really cool if those skeleton bones were real though, right, Tucker? Tucker said, oh yes, those marshmallowy, skelety bones would have been delicioso. I would have loved them. I would have started with his toes, 'cause his toes are so big. Look at his toes. Everyone looked at his toes. He did have big, big skeleton feet. I'd started with his toes, and then maybe we'd need a chain star or something, because there's no way the size of his leg is bigger than that door. How am I supposed to carry his leg onto my bed so I can chew on the bone on my bed? If his leg's that big that it's as big as a door, there's no way. And that's only his little leg. That's not his whole leg. That's his little leg. River said, you mean like his fibula or his tibula? What? Said Tucker. What are you talking about, River? River said, I was giving you the name of the bones that you're talking about. Tibula? Tucker said. No. River laughed. Fibula or tibula. They're the two bones in the bottom of your leg. See how there's two bones on that skeleton? It's not just one bone, it's two bones. And then there's a kneecap. And then there's one bone, that long, long bone right there. That's the femur. Oh, said Tucker. That's so fancy, River. You're so fancy. Yes, well, that femur is even bigger than the front door. Look how long that femur is, Leo. That's like the size of a car. Well, a big, big truck. It's the size of a truck. Oh, I'd like that femur. I'd like that a lot. Annabelle said, well, maybe we could pretend that they're real. And that way you could have really good dreams about these bones, Tucker. But unfortunately, they are definitely plastic. The kids and the dogs had walked across the street and got closer. Annabelle was being brave and she was knocking on one of the bones. It sounded plastic. The sound that it made a plasticky kind of sound. Definitely plastic, she said. The gentleman that was sat at the table underneath the skeleton asked if they wanted any candy. Cora said, yes, please, trick or treat. The gentleman handed out everybody a piece of candy, except Tucker and Leo. Tucker said, this is the time when I wish I'd have worn my angel wings. If I'd have worn my angel wings, did you think that I was a little girl or a little boy and I was dressed up and they would have given me some candy, wouldn't they, Leo? Leo said, no, Tucker. You definitely still look like Tucker. Not with my angel wings, I don't. With my angel wings that Mummy got me, I look like an angel. And then they would have given me some candy. And then I would have been able to have some candy. And then I wouldn't have needed to sniff everybody else's candy that walks past. I can't help myself, it smells so good. Tucker had his nose up in the air, sniffing at everybody's candy that walked by. That one smelled like a Snickers bar. Leo laughed. Tucker, you're not allowed to eat any of it. But why not if it suits me, Leo? Why not if it makes me happy inside? It doesn't kill me, Leo. It makes me very happy. It makes me so happy I could die. You literally could die, Tucker, Cora said. Tucker said, no, I couldn't, Cora, because it's been proven. It's a fact. It's a fact. It's a fact. I can eat chocolate. I'm one magical puppy that can eat chocolate and not die. I can eat grapes too. Mummy didn't know that grapes were allergic for puppies and she gave me grapes and I was totally fine. And then one day she was told about grapes and she almost died. She was so upset with herself that she'd been feeding me and Leo grapes, but we were fine, weren't we, Leo? Leo said, yeah, we were actually. See? So maybe we're bionic puppies. We're not even real puppies, we're bionic puppies. We're puppies from another planet. Annabelle said, you could be from Pluto. Cora said, Mars. No, they're from Mars. River said, I bet you any money they're from Saturn. Jessie said, no, definitely from Uranus. And then all the kids started laughing. What's so funny? Said Tucker. Jessie said, well, Uranus is funny. And they all started laughing again. That's not funny. That's a planet. Leo said, it's another word for your bum. That's why they're laughing. Jessie, that is funny. Leo and Tucker started laughing as well. That's a very funny planet. I'd like to be from Uranus. It sounds funny. Anyway, the kids got their candy from the special scary skeleton house. They went to about 5 or 6 more houses on that street, and then they went to different streets and got so much candy. By the time they were done, though, it was time to call it a day. So they took Leo and Tucker home. Tucker was very upset with the fact that not one single house gave him a piece of candy. Leo was upset that not one single house gave them a dog treat. I mean, we are dogs, it's pretty obvious, he said to Tucker. But no one thinks about the dogs, do they? They just think about the kids. So unfair, said Tucker. It's so unfair. They settled down on their big, comfortable dog bed. They squished up and got close together. Leo tried to get a bit more space, but Tucker wouldn't let him. And then Tucker fell asleep first. And then Leo wasn't too far behind. The end.